stop wasting time with cease and desists and actually get those violators removed from Amazon that are copying your patent, right? So we can see this listing right here. This is the legit listing, and they have a patent. And we can see a competitor that's selling almost the exact same item. And yes, they are violating their patent. It looks like the images are almost the same too. They're literally just removing the logo, right? But the patent doesn't have to do with the logo. That's something different. So of course, what we want to do is make sure that we have an active USPTO patent number. We need an active patent. That's pretty much the thing. You need to own the patent if you're going to report it. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, or actually have the ability and the authority to report. And then you're going to go to Brand Registry and you're going to report it. And they're going to say, hey, look, Amazon, these people need to get kicked off. They're violating our patent. If you're successful, they get kicked off pretty much forever. The patent infringement, it's very difficult for them to appeal, and it just is what it is. Now, here's an example of the patent, right? We can see it right here, and then we can double check. Is it violating the patent? I mean, it's pretty darn close, right? And what we want to notice is that it has this little letter D in it. D stands for design, so it's a design patent. Design patents are very, very easy for people to understand because it's like, does this design copy this? Yes or no? Super easy, right? There's also utility, which we're going to dive into. Utility patents are a lot more difficult to enforce. But once you have, and you're like, okay, yeah, they definitely violate our patent, you want to report them on Amazon Brand Registry. So you can go to Amazon Brand Registry. It's brandregistry.amazon.com. You just enroll, and then you have to enroll your brand. So you click enroll a brand, and then you show Amazon that you have a trademark, right? I don't know why Amazon asks for a trademark. It just is what you have to have a trademark in order to do any type of infringement on this platform. So you're going to go to protect, report a violation. And then we're going to take the ASIN. It usually starts with B as in boy. And then we're going to report them. And then you can select to get their entire listing taken down. And you can do patent infringement, copyright, trademark, right? So you can pick which one you want to do. Now, before you report them, you do want to do a test buy. Amazon loves when you do a test buy. So you click actually add to cart, wait for it to get delivered to your house, and then report them. And then show Amazon, because they give you an order ID as a buyer, and then you can report it to Amazon. If you do that, it's almost guaranteed they're going to be removed and removed forever. If you don't do that, they're going to be able to fight it, because then they can tell Amazon, hey, they never actually purchased the product. How do they even know we're violating the patent? Because they could change the images and stuff. But if you did a test buy, they're pretty much screwed. So do a test buy at the end of the day. And again, the design patent we just spoke about, super fast takedown, easy to do. Amazon can do it. The utility patent is how something works. It's a lot more difficult for an Amazon employee to understand how utility patents work. So in that case, you actually have to enroll in a separate program. If you do a utility patent, you're just going to do the same exact thing like this, patent infringement, and it's going to ask design patent or utility patent. If it's utility patent, it's going to say enroll in Apex. And Apex is a program where you have an actual legal representative that's not on either side, and they decide if your utility patent actually, covers your competitor's product. And this is only for utility patents. This is the design patent, so that we don't have to worry about that. But for utility patents, pretty much. And again, it might change a little bit, but usually the stage 1 is stage 0 is you report them, okay? And then it'll say enroll in Apex. This is only for utility patent. Stage 1 is then they're going to ask you to put a $4,000 deposit up. That's refundable. So you put it in escrow. This is Amazon, by the way. Now you set it, you put it in escrow. Now the attorney asks the infringing and says, look, give us $4,000. If they don't put up $4,000, you automatically win. And then they get kicked off of Amazon. Their listing gets kicked off of Amazon forever. their account might get kicked off as well because it's pretty serious. If they put up 4,000, then now it's time for the third-party attorney to review it. I think you have like one time to dispute it and give your facts on why it is, and they have to give their facts on why they're not violating your utility patent. Then the third-party attorney makes a final decision. If you win, you get your $4,000 back. If you lose, you give your $4,000 to Amazon, right? And then the other seller gets to stay on. So that's kind of the gist of it for utility patents. It's a little bit more serious. If you want to report without brand registry, you can, but it's probably not going to work. So you can do report infringement. You can just do report infringement Amazon, just Google that, and then you can report it as like a buyer and click restart report right here, and you can try to attempt to report it as a buyer. But again, nothing's as powerful as brand registry. This is like the legit place to report intellectual property. This is the step-by-step. We know what to say. We know how it works. We know Apex. We know design patents. We've done it not only in Amazon US, but Amazon Canada, Amazon EU. So if you do need somebody that's going to be monitoring and reporting violators 24/7, we got your back. The link's right in the description. We are Amazon consultants and experts. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of VHP Consulting Group, signing out.